Hey everyone, welcome to my studio. Today I tried to find the lines and shadows that capture the soul behind that voice. Drawing Arijit Singh was not just about the details, the messy curls or the soft smile, it was about capturing the tum hi ho feeling on paper. This piece took 20 to 30 minutes, and every stroke was a tribute to the man who soundtracks our lives. If you have ever tried to draw curly hair, you know the struggle. Capturing Arjit Singh's iconic look was a massive lesson in texture and patience for me. From the way the light hits his eyes to the intricate details of his beard, this pencil sketch pushed me to focus on realism while keeping that soft sketch-like charm. Watch the full process to see how I built up these layers from scratch. New year, new sketch, starting 2026 by drawing one of my absolute favorites. I have always found his expression so humble, and I wanted to see if I could replicate that warmth with just a pencil and an eraser. What's your favorite Arjit Sir's song? Let me know in the comments while you watch this portrait come to life. I found that my pencil moved differently depending on which track I was listening to. When sketching his hair, I was listening to his Pastor Sufi tracks, which helped me stay loose with the curls. For the eyes, I switched to something soulful like Channa Meria to help me focus on that deep emotive expression. Look at the eyes. They are not perfect circles, they are a series of small curved lines. If you break a face down into simple shapes, it becomes a lot less scary. I struggled with the symmetry of the nose for about 10 minutes before it felt right, so don't be afraid to use your eraser. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the hair and the beard. This was the most time-consuming part of the sketch. I had to resist the urge to draw every single strand and instead focused on clumps of shadows and light. If you look closely at the beard, I used a very sharp pencil, dark pencil, to create that stubble texture without making it look like a solid block of grey. I also decided to leave the background clean and white. I wanted nothing to distract the viewer from his expression. Sometimes in art, what you don't draw is just as important as what you do. I wanted to focus on his smile. It's not a perfect Hollywood smile. It's genuine and slightly shy. Getting the curve of the lips and the shadow of the mustache right was the key to making this look like him and not just a generic portrait. There is something poetic about drawing a man who brings so much color to our lives using only shades of grey. Without colors to rely on, you have to lean heavily on contrast. Notice how the dark ink-like depth of his collar makes his face pop forward. Working with graphite is a lesson in patience. You can't rush the darks. If you go too dark too fast, you lose the skin's texture. It's all about building the soul of the portrait, layer by layer. Arijit Singh is not just a singer, he is an emotion. When I was shading the area around his eyes, I was not just looking at the photo. I was trying to capture the humility he carries on stage. He's a superstar who looks like the guy next door, and that's a very tricky balance to draw. I hope this drawing makes you feel at least a fraction of what his music makes us feel. If you enjoyed watching these curls come to life Hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that traditional art is still alive and kicking. And that's the final stroke, from a blank page to a portrait of a legend. This journey took 20 to 30 minutes, but it was worth every second. If you enjoyed watching this process, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. I have a lot more portraits planned for 2026, and I would love to have you along for the ride. Who should I draw next? Let me know below. This year 2026 is all about the details for me. This drawing taught me that even the most complex subjects, like Arijit's hair or the depth in his gaze, can be mastered with enough patience. Remember, your first sketch does not have to be a masterpiece. It just has to be a start. Thanks for watching me push my limits today. I will see you in the next video.